This is supposed to be safe, Nico.
It is safe.
Are you scared, bro?
Yeah. Heads up though. I can't hang on any longer, dude.
Clint, hang on, man. Hang on. Hang on.
Hang on. Oh! So today we're with Chris, who works at Leica, and he has brought a very special piece of technology that I've just been oogling over for many, many years here. As you know, we like to recreate like digital environments in many ways. Sometimes we'll take like an HDR scan of an environment to project lighting and materials and reflections onto digital characters. Other times, like in anime self-driving cars, we'll like photo scan an entire environment with like a drone and stitch all the photos together and map it out to create a virtual environment. But Chris here has brought a special tool that can kind of do all that in one.
Blast door open. Blast pad acquired.
What is this?
This is a crash pad. I've been wanting one of these my entire life.
What's a crash pad?
A crash pad is what you can jump onto from high distances and not hurt yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah. They're kind of hard to find.
What?
It doesn't feel all that soft.
Oh snap, is that what I think it is?
Nick, I'm gonna bounce, man. You guys don't need me for this, do you?
Only if you want me.
9:30.
I gotta bounce.
I don't need you for it.
Okay. You want to do one hop? One hop and we open in 5 seconds.
I'll do a inaugural hop.
Bump. Bust a quick stunt, dude.
Yeah, I'll do an
Can you
inaugural
bust a
hop.
stunt?
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Where's Ren?
Brand new.
Ren!
No, this is, every time I jump on a crash pad, it's been mesh side up.
Yes.
Really?
What? Yes.
Yeah, this is to protect it from the dirt. This is no protection from the dirt.
Yeah, you don't want rocks in here.
Yeah, you don't want rocks in there. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
If anything, the rocks are gonna get trapped in there or something.
Definitely like this.
But because you can jump on
Definitely like this. Hold up.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit! Yeah, we want this side.
You're supposed to break it.
Inside of the-
No, the whole thing needs falling on it, but don't. They said basically don't start with any 3-story jumps.
Wait, Nico.
Yeah.
You said how do you break it in?
What is this thing?
So this is the Leica BLK 360. It's a 3D scanner using LiDAR. It's also got HDR imagery capabilities. Typically used more in the construction space and capturing 3D scenes, but to a couple millimeter accuracy. But now we're starting to get into getting some traction in the visual effects industry, and that's why we kind of teamed up with you guys to try and check out some of those workflows.
Yeah. Our goal for today is to photo scan our studio and the loading dock and basically get a 3D model and a digital recreation of our entire workspace for further use. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet.
Let me show you.
Let's see your best. Let's see your best.
All right, everybody, their best stunt jumps here.
It hasn't been broken yet.
Wow.
A little bit, a couple
like
hundred
right on
times.
my face.
I gotta feel it out.
Nico, be careful.
Oh, it's stiff.
Remember what Brett taught you.
Remember what Brett taught me?
Don't use those hands.
Don't use hands.
Don't use hands.
Don't use your hands. Fall on your net. Is it the net? Woo! Yeah.
Nice. That was pretty good.
Yo, did someone say header?
Oh! Jeez, I didn't even know that was about to happen.
Yo, I can do that too.
Ooh.
Hey, I could do that also, again, one more.
Whoa. I want to keep it elevated.
You do a backflip?
You're not gonna backflip.
Whoa! Damn, I didn't know you had that in you, Wes.
He's off his Jackie Chan.
Matching it.
Yeah, clothesline you. Wait, Clint, let me clothesline you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I've never done that before.
I'll just make it so you don't kick me.
I don't know.
But you don't have to run, just stay in place.
I have to jump.
Okay, ready?
You have to close on me up
You
here.
have to run into a backflip.
Last time I tried doing this and tried jumping over a kick, I landed on my head.
That's a great way to set this up.
I don't think I'm gonna do this.
Previously, when we film a video, like Boston Dynamics, for example, when we have to render out our 3D models of characters, we'll use something like an Insta360 camera here because basically we can take multiple photos of an environment and create an HDR image. And that HDR image allows us to relight the environment and basically tell our 3D models where the light sources are, and it also adds realistic reflections for that real world environment. So the whole Boston Dynamics videos, you can watch this. Every single shot of the robot there is using an HDR map that we took during that shot on set. And that's what helps those robots just blend in so well with the environment. But, what's the big difference though between using this and that? Because they're both 360, we'll both get like 360 images from it.
Sure.
But what is the main difference with this and that?
I mean, the big difference is they're actually using LiDAR. So they're actually using a laser to collect measured points to create a 3D model, actually, a 3D point cloud.
How does LiDAR work?
So LiDAR, it's using a laser from the inside, as you can see here. The laser's on the inside and it hits this mirror, this 45-degree angled mirror, and that mirror spins, and it shoots out a laser point, and using time of flight technology, it's bouncing back and takes a measured data point, and so the data itself is actually scaled. But because of that, as this rotates, then this whole thing spins. You've got a single laser beam kind of going like this, and then it rotates 180 degrees. But then you're collecting, full 360 because you're capturing that slice all at once.
Gotcha. So that makes it so it can reconstruct the space in 3 dimensions instead of just 2.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Is there a camera on this as well then somewhere?
So yeah, there actually is. There's 3 cameras right here. So as it goes around, it's first stage it goes around, each one takes a snapshot. If you got the HDR turned on, it's 3 stage, so each one will fire off at 3 different lighting settings, and then as that goes around, it does 10 stops, so you essentially end up with 30 photos that are stitched together into one total of 150 megapixel image.
Okay, so today we're gonna go space to space here and scan our studio. And then next time we have to film anything here or maybe even use this 3D model we've created, we have it right here on hand.
Wait, what? What? Where did this come from? I went to the bathroom for like 1 minute. And I come back and we got, what is this? What is it?
For me?
This is for you.
What'd I do?
You gotta clear it like Adrian.
Stand up. Ready?
Yep.
If we put this under the railing,
That just hurt.
Ren, the question is, man, what does it taste like?
I just can't taste right now. My brain molecules.
That new crash mat kind of smell to it.
did it actually hurt?
This is supposed to be safe, Nico.
It is safe.
If you practice
Ren doesn't have brain damage. He's just always like that.
He's fine.
That's how he contemplates. Right?
What
Was it
happened?
whiplash or was it migraine?
It's just, my head. I have a huge headache now, like instantaneous bad headache.
Dang!
Ren doesn't have a crash pad inside of his skull, so his brain's still hitting his skull.
You know what we have to do though, right?
What?
We have to go put it over there so we jump off the
Jump
balcony.
off. Yeah. Is that a good idea? Is this?
That's probably way too high. We definitely need to break it in.
Don't do it, Ren. Don't do it, Ren.
You have too much to lift. Don't do it, Ren!
While we wait for Ren, Wes has something to show you guys.
Do I?
Yeah!
I was just gonna do a side.
Dude, that's like how you execute someone. Like,
Ren,
my friend, come here. Huh?
from falling.
I'm very sorry, but I have to kill you.
Like 2 feet, there's no way.
Holy shit, Ren, yo, you be careful.
Ren!
This is quite a bit higher when you're up here.
Ren, there's so much nonsense around. This is a
Ren, you're just following your cat instincts. Come down. This is not safe.
Okay.
stuck up there, Ren.
Will someone get a slow motion shot of me from here? Because it looks like Stone Age triangle music.
Dude, most primitive life form beats.
I am a primitive life form. Sometimes I'm a spear.
Oh, look who's riding the one wheel. Wait, did you ride that?
No, I didn't. Oh. Ren just let me ride it right now.
That monkey music. Join the cult. Join in the cult. This is our mission.
So, loading dock's done. We're gonna start our, we're gonna chart our course from the loading dock back into the studio.
Sam, could you use this to finally make your perfect video game?
Well, we're talking about that with like, what if we actually just turn this data into a VR game? Because that'd be pretty sweet. Stuff back to the loading dock. We're gonna start scanning our way back in.
So theoretically, this thing should be able to just be right in the middle, right, and scan the whole hallway?
Kinda. Yeah. I think we're gonna do maybe like 1 or 2 more before we actually hit the studio, because we're at like the faster mode where it's only 3 minutes per scan instead of like 4.5.
Get a nice clean connection. So, I saw this one company overseas a few years ago where they were testing it out they did models, they shot models, like literally people. And I saw they were doing some funky stuff where they purposely had the models like moving with the scanner. So they would, in the end, like talk about some janky things. You can see a long person, but in 3D then, so the same as a panorama.
A 3D squish?
A 3D squish.
Oh man.
You can squish or elongate, whatever you want to do.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty good.
The scans work?
This will be obviously a much denser point cloud once we're done, but it's just
Sure.
like
I mean, it already looks super great.
yeah, about a 1% preview of what the total point cloud will look like. It's kind of auto adjusting.
Is this the first one you guys have done?
We just did a couple out there, but otherwise I took some scans in here earlier. I can show you that, but we're currently taking a scan out there, so I got to stay on this project while I'm doing that.
Yeah. How long does it take?
So each scan can range anywhere from like 40 seconds to 6 minutes or so.
Okay.
But yeah.
Can it shoot? Can it shoot HDRIs?
So yeah, it does HDR, but yeah, just 3-stage HDR.
Yeah, so
the texture
it does, but
too.
we're still figuring out like how to best extract that though.
Yeah.
You know? Because like you're showing me like in the app when you look at lights, it'll do a little bit of that auto adjustment.
I can't show you that.
So like the file, the image data is there. So you look up and you see it like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the main thing is like how do you extract that? Because like we're talking about like fossil dynamics of like rather than doing the.
That's all 3D.
Yeah. So this is the actual photo 360 view. So looking directly from the point of the scanner, you just see simply turn the HDR on, it will auto adjust. It does have the thermal imaging actually as well. Just in the one view, it's like a 70-degree point of view, so you can see it's not all the way 360, but it is still the only LiDAR scanner on the market with any sort of thermal capabilities.
How much does this camera run?
So this one is just the unit itself is like 18,500. But yeah, kind of all in for anything you'd need to get started is like 20 grand.
Yeah.
Ren, we gotta work our way up to it.
Ren's like ready for it.
We gotta work our way up to it.
Push the cliff.
Ren, we gotta work our way up to it, god dang it.
Yeah, you gotta like.
Ren!
Warm up to this, Ren.
Don't do it, Ren! Wait, Clint.
Someone else warm up first.
Don't fall on me.
Yeah. I don't know if this is such a good idea.
Whoa!
Here, I'll start from here.
Yeah, do back.
No, I'm not landing on my back. I'm just gonna land on my feet. Yeah, see, it's super easy.
It's fine.
Oh my god.
What does the back do? Isn't it gonna like knock the wind out of you? Right?
I mean, if you don't roll into it properly, yeah, there are proper ways to fall on a crash pad. We are having fun breaking it in, but head first dip in
Ren?
it solid.
That is, you feel the acceleration. Oh my god. Just that extra like 4 or 5 feet there is a big difference.
It doesn't,
Cause I
Fall on your side.
Are you scared, bro?
heads up though. I can't hang on any longer, dude.
Clint, hang on, man. Hang on. Hang on.
Hang on.
Dude, you're doing a rubber.
Ready?
So if you want a more cushioned fall, are you able to? Are you supposed to hold it?
They have bigger ones for like
12 inch? Like even if you no, but if you fold it and get the thickness,
I don't think that makes sense.
that's not supposed to make it any better.
It's not.
Dude, that almost just took the camera out, dude. I know.
You see his shoe? His shoe went up there.
Nico. Go, Nico. To that corner. Oh.
I wouldn't fall off that railing onto my back. That would definitely hurt. Yeah. It's hard on the brain. You gotta learn the ways. Still hurts my brain.
Hopefully we can use this for some cool videos in the future, right?
Yeah, this is what we can fall onto now. Anytime we need to jump off something. It's a little stiff.
Apparently they take time to break on that.
Do they? So we just should leave this set up for a while, huh?
Well, yeah, you need to jump on it. We could actually just keep this here and like, instead of taking the stairs, we just jump down.
Sweet. All right. So the scan's done. How many scans was that? Like we went through the loading dock, through the hallway, studio, and a couple of the cool rooms here.
Yeah, so we did about 13, 14 scans.
Oh my gosh. All right, so how are we gonna put all this data together?
Sure. So in the process, we kind of usually say registration, alignment, stitching together. When I say any of those, I mean all the same thing. It's all these scans really don't know where they are in 3D space, so it all comes to overlapping data. So every time we set it up, we make sure there's overlapping data between those, and then essentially like putting a puzzle together. We just have to pretty much help it out a little bit. So here's an example of a top-down view of the scans we've taken. These chunks, this chunk over here is one bundle that's all been together, and I've got two other scans that have not been registered yet. So all I have to do, I know this was over in front of the airsoft stuff, so if I just hit this link, press this scan right here, we've now got this top-down just between these two, and we'll hit optimize and just see it snaps them together. We hit create link. So we'll do that one more time with this scan over here.
It's like every video game you've ever played. It's like, this is what you're looking at, you know?
And then like the 3D version is like some like Ocean's 11 shit. Like we're like, all right, we got the maps of the place. You know,
when they're flying through, we got to go through the elevator shaft and then break into the vault.
That's sweet.
Amazing.
But
awesome. Well, I guess so. We have to process this data first before we mess with it because it's just a preview, and then after that we get to figure out how we want to play with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Next steps to come.